A lot of my favorite instruments here. Some of them have been with me for 50, 55 years. Some were picked up, like this big dun-dun here was picked up by my son Daniel in Ghana. And on the other side there, over next to Boyd, is an mbira from Kenya that he also picked up on that same trip back when he was 18. He took his guitar and his surfboard and went around the world. Ah, yeah. You may not know the names of some of these instruments. I don't know the name of this one. Makes me think of the cows coming home in Africa at the end of a long, hot day. And here come the cows. And I'm willing to bet you don't know the name of this instrument. Not this one, that's not an instrument, but this instrument. Anybody ever seen this one? Listen. These are the cocoons of a caterpillar in the Kalahari Desert. And the Bushmen of the Kalahari wrap them around their legs from their knees down to their ankles, and as they dance, this is what you hear. Yeah. I think this is the one I've had the longest. It's a kalimba from South Africa, and it was manufactured by an American guy named Marty Cohen. And there's a bunch of Marty Cohen stuff here. Marty started a company called Latin Percussion, LP. And if you look at that, there's a Marty Cohen. And each of these contributes to a piece of music in its own unique way. And if we trade that for the famous cowbell, and I'd play the talking drum, but if I pulled the talking drum out of that location, the whole edifice would collapse. This drum here is a Moroccan daf, D-A-F. And I had a little 11-year-old friend of mine whose grandpa was the American ambassador to Morocco. And she was going over to spend some time in Morocco and said to me, "Andrew, can I bring you something from Morocco?" And I said, "Would you bring me a daf? D-A-F, daf?" She said, "What's that?" I said, "Just remember daf. They'll know." So she brought it on the plane with her. It was brand new. They made it for her. And boy, did it smell. It stank out the whole airplane because it was a fresh goat skin. And that thing plays beautifully. This is a $1,200 Ghanaian djembe made of a very special light wood, very popular among women drummers these days because it weighs half what the others weigh and it sounds incredible. And the big dun-dun. So many sounds you can make with these little things, these little rattles. I mean, even a little tiny thing like this. Listen to this. And there's no two alike. So you can't make the same piece of music twice. Everything is unique. Yeah. And here's a flute. that one of my best friends in the whole wide world, T. Michael Walker, brought back from India a very long time ago, probably 1975 in Santa Cruz, California. And he was really reluctant to let it go. And I played it for him. And he said, "It's yours." And I've had that ever since. He's now 87 years old. We're heading out to see him. He probably is not too long for this world. He said he's hanging there by a thread. So that is a beautiful handmade bamboo flute from India. And the list goes on. Enough of that. Oh, and nothing would be complete without an egg. Also from Latin Percussion, LP. Thank you, Marty. And yeah, it goes on and goes. That's an Australian Aboriginal rain stick in there. You can see the Australian art on it. And I don't know what this is. It's a reed of some sort. Look, it's a piece of bamboo that's been cut. And it looks like it belongs on top of a flute. Or not a flute, but a reed flute, where you'd attach this to the top. And there's the reed right there, and it would vibrate, and I have no idea. That's also Australian there, look at it. Woo. Stuff like that. Boy, we do have fun, don't we? And this, my friends, cannot claim to be a musical instrument, but you can make music with anything. This is a piece of kelp from the Pacific Ocean. It sort of looks like a snake, it dances, and it can go. So, music, music, music. We love you. Bye.